Hey, what's going on, Cycle Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. It is crazy. I know I keep saying it, but we are literally just on like a cycle. This is just another interval in the Pokemon hobby. A lot of things that I've observed happened previously, like 3 or 4 years ago, are kind of happening again. And it's crazy how one for one you can put them with stuff, especially for like product and hype and stuff like that. Except I kind of feel like now in this interval, the 2024 to 2025 interval, it's happening faster. People are pushing stuff a little bit earlier, and the amount of hype and people that are currently here, I definitely think majorly plays into that. It's just pushing things faster. There's just a lot of hype for stuff right now. There's a lot of good things Pokemon's doing, but there's also a lot of hype for possible product value and card singles and all that stuff too. So I'm going to still open Supercharge Breaker. Don't you worry. I have that video. I just need to actually fucking sit down and edit it. I haven't had a whole lot of time for bigger, longer edits. I will do that. I apologize for everybody who kept waiting. I am going to do that. Surging Sparks just came out. They came out in English, so that's another thing we're going to have to do. Everyone's having a grand old time with that, pulling Pikachus and Lycias and fuck all Milotics. I really want that Milotic card. I really want that card. Man. Still need to pick up some stuff with that. So we got that. We got Terrestrial Festival. That's the Japanese Prismatic Evolutions. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be... Just the holiday sets are always great, especially if there's enough product for everybody. The box prices haven't really been too crazy yet. I'm not going to say they're going to stay that price for as it gets closer to time. I genuinely think more people are going to start doing like some panic last minute orders, and I think box prices are going to go up a little bit. But I don't think you're going to have a super hard time getting Terrestrial Festival. And then Prismatic Evolutions, that's the English equivalent. English is fucking king right now. English could take a shit, and everybody would literally just eat it up and pretend that it's a chocolate pie. They wouldn't even care. Like, it's just all the value, all the hype, all the stuff. And I get it. It's a special set. English special sets are definitely different than Japanese special sets. The product you get, the pull rates, the way you get it, just the amount of hype, sharing it with your friends. I understand completely the hype and the difference between it. But it goes like extra crazy. Some of the prices for stuff is just absolutely bonkers right now. And I really advise not paying that right this second and just waiting a sec. However, as I previously said, if you can get a decent price, if you can get fucking MSRP for something right now, absolutely take that. Just pull the trigger and just do it, man. Just fucking take any MSRP you can get on any of the hype sets right this second, because I don't know if it's going to get any better anytime soon. No one actually knows. We have a roadmap of how shit's going to lay out, but we don't know if like a celebrity is going to come in here. Fucking Logan Paul is going to drop his fucking dick in here after he's done with all his alleged scams and coming back with his Lunchly and Prime money. We'll see what happens with that. You never know what's going to happen. It could be a whole nother fucking Rochambeau thing. But on top of that, the bigger hype and the bigger thing, even some people have addressed it, we got the Rocket set that's going to come out later. And this is where it's going to get kind of interesting and where we got like some people that are doing some weird shit. So that set is not coming out till next year in Japanese. It's not coming out till next year in English. And it's probably not coming out till fucking March of next year, right? So tell me why we got people that are already throwing up pre-orders for it. So Scarlet and Violet 09 is up. This is Safari Zone Collectibles. These guys have had their issues and their controversies in the past. I've covered a couple of them before. Do what you will. I'm not saying you can't shop with them or anything like that. I'm not even saying you can't take advantage of this if you don't want to. But I just want to give a little bit of insight on it. So it's up. Scarlet and Violet 09. This is projected to be the Rocket set in English as far as we know right this second. Buying 6 gets you that sealed case. Thank you for telling me how sealed cases work. Yes, they are 6 booster boxes indeed. It will be like that. And the hype for that's going to be relatively crazy too. So that's the next main set. It's so fucking new though. They don't even have like an actual picture up for it or anything. They don't know anything about what's going to look like. They just got their generic fucking AI generated Safari Zone booster box thing right here. And that's just to go what they'll throw up right there. No, this is not Prismatic Evolutions. That's going to be a special set in between. That's not what this is, because this is actually main set booster boxes. This is going to be the next set, main, which is projected currently to be the Rocket set. Now, I will say this, and I'll say this about like all that stuff. I get the hype. I get where people are going to try to like get ahead of the curve. I get where people are going to want to like get ahead of things and try to like plan stuff out. The earlier you can kind of plan stuff out, the better. The earlier you can kind of set money aside for things, especially for our hobby, the better. Look, I get the appeal. I'm not saying the whole thing's bad. I'm not saying don't take advantage of this. I'm not saying just like, it could be okay. It might be all right. But what I've seen in the past from things like this, Champion's Path was a really big one. People took pre-orders very early for things, almost the second it was announced, because I remember, you gotta remember when fucking Champion's Path came out, the first leak that we ever fucking saw for that was like the shiny black Charizard, basically giving the finger to everybody, just doing that shit right there. And people were like, what the fuck is this? So people saw another shiny Charizard. People remembered what it was like for Hidden Fates and like what that Charizard was like. And everyone just lost their fucking mind. And that drove a lot of hype. That drove a lot of craziness. And people pre-ordered shit like 3 months early. And that was actually one of my first videos. Me covering like people just taking pre-orders way too early, promising way too much allocation, not delivering on what they promised, and then pocketing shit for themselves so they had enough to open and enough things for them to do. It's a whole thing on my like 2020 was a crazy fucking time. This is even earlier than that. This is like almost like 4 months before they could even like do that shit and accurately give you anything. You got to remember, no one even knows what's in this rocket set. No one knows what's in it. No one knows what it's going to contain. No one knows what the fuck product's going to have. No one fucking knows shit other than the next main set's going to have 6 booster boxes. And people that are putting up pre-orders and taking the money up front for that in order to fund this shit. Look, I get it. I understand. 2-3 months in advance, or like even like 2 months. You know kind of how much product you're going to get. You've already talked to people. Product has been revealed. You kind of have a little bit more bro, no one even knows what's fucking happening with this set yet. No one has a clue. No one knows the card list. No one knows how much product's going to be there. No one knows the demand. No one knows what distro is going to fucking divvy out for people. And Pokemon is crazy right now. It is hyped. People are going to have crazy hype whenever this shit comes out. People are going to have some insane hype when the rocket set comes out. You think this is bad? You think this is what's fucking good? No. That's going to be the catalyst that really drives shit home. I'm kind of excited about the rocket set. I'm excited. I'm not even a vintage boy or anything like that, and I'm kind of excited to see them come back. I like team cards. I like trainer cards. I like all that stuff. There's a lot of cool things Pokemon has in store for next year. And some of that shit is going to be stupid hype. There's instances where people have put up pre-orders like this, putting shit up way too far in advance, and things have gone sour. I'm not saying these guys did it. They've had some issues in the past, okay? They have. That's just straight up real. And I'm not saying they're going to do that to you, but people have done that where they've taken the money and they've promised way too much stuff. They deliver partially on what they do, or they don't deliver on anything at all and they just fucking ghost. They're just gone, and just somehow the money gets into place, and like weird company policies keep people from getting like full refunds or anything like that. Once again, not saying these guys are doing that, but putting up orders way early like this just fucking reminds me dead ass of like COVID. It reminds me dead ass of Champion's Path and Shining Fates, and even Celebrations to a degree. Celebrations was crazy too. People lost their fucking mind with that as well, and it's looking very reminiscent. I wouldn't put my money on anything before any sets are even announced, or even know what the fuck's happening with anything like that. It smells bad. Eevee Heroes did this exact same shit too, and even Eevee Heroes didn't put out pre-orders for this shit this early. Like, this is like an extra month on top of the craziest hype we've ever seen. Like, that's how nuts this is. It's another month on top of the craziest bullshit that's ever happened in our hobby, okay? Crazy stuff. Protect yourself, protect your money, think smart. You're an adult, put your money where you want. If you feel confident about this, you feel like you're going to get everything you get from this, hey, I hope you do. I really hope you get every cent worth of what you pre-order for. And I get the appeal. I understand. Get ahead of the curve. Get ahead of all this shit. Just getting too far ahead of something to where people don't even know shit about what's happening just spells disaster. It really does. You can plan, but if you plan too fucking much, you're gullible. You're easy to scam. You're easy to just fucking get money from and walk out. Nobody should be taking money for anything before it's even actually officially announced. I'll just say that. That's my piece. That's my opinion on that. Follow what you will. Be safe. Hope you're having a great night. Hope you're having a great time. It looks familiar. Have a great one, Virgin Gang. Hope you're doing good. Have a great night. It's crazy. The repeat cycle. I'm fucking living in a simulation. I'm just watching everything happen again and again with English Prodigy. Wait till the Japanese second boom happens. That's going to be fucking nuts, right? Fucking Lisi is going to be a $5,000 card instead of a $3,000 card. Ooh.